Welcome back, guys. In this video, the lab PC fulfills its destiny and turns into a mean VGA capturing machine. I managed to snap two Avermedia C127 capture cards. One is going to my fellow retro gamer and YouTuber Rami the GKIS Gamer, and the other one is staying with me and going to the lab PC. And today we're going to take a look at it. The Avermedia Game Broadcaster HD Pro C127 can capture VGA or HDMI at various resolutions at up to 1080p 30fps in MPEG 2 or H.264. This is something I've been looking for quite a while. You see, although we love the VGA standard in our retro machines, it's sort of a dead format, so these cards are not made anymore and the only option is to find used ones. So I basically looked every now and then until it showed up online for a good price. System requirements for video capture are nothing much. A Core 2 Duo and 512 MB of RAM. The lab PC sports a hex-core Xeon 5670 and a GTX 960, so it's quite enough power to use the Avermedia C127. The Avermedia C127 requires a PCI Express 1X slot, and the lab PC has 3 free slots. One 1X slot is located under the video card cooler. One PCI Express 16X is right next to the same cooler, and if I install a card there, it will block almost 100% of the video card cooling. So the only usable slot is the 16X on the bottom. I find it fantastic that you can populate only a tiny part of the slot and it still works. To my brain, it seems like you are only sticking a part of a Nintendo cartridge and expecting it to work. But it works like that. Crazy! I bought these used and there was nothing but the cards in the package, so no driver or anything. For some crappy support reason, the drivers aren't available in the Avermedia website, so a Google search led me to this IBMFiles.com website that I'm going to link in the description. If you ever need this driver and software, make sure you get the 3D Studio version. I'll explain this a bit further on the video. Now we get the rust bucket to try and capture some vintage computing. Plug the rust bucket in the VGA port, opened up OBS and set it up to capture, and nothing. So I thought I could be doing something wrong, and I tried with the Avermedia software only to get the same result. Turns out the Avermedia card can't detect the resolution MS-DOS uses, but if you open up a game that the card decides to detect, like it did this time with Nukem, it works flawlessly, and when you quit the game, the darn thing keeps capturing MS-DOS. This looks like black magic to me, but what I can guess is that MS-DOS does not output a strong enough VGA signal for the capture card to detect proper resolution and timing. While a game like Duke Nukem has the screen filled up with information right away, making it easier for the capture card to estimate the resolution and sync with the incoming signal. If you want to dive deeper in this topic, Tech Tangents did a great video explaining the nature of VGA signals and why crazy stuff like this happens. So next day I got to the lab to finish filming for this week's video and I could not get the capture card to work. Again, Tech Tangents mentioned in his video his Avermedia card starts up better with Mario is missing, and not even that was working here. So I went back and watched his video again and realized I was using a different version of the Avermedia Studio software. So I uninstalled the one I was using, installed the Rec Studio 3D, and thank God that worked and changed my destiny to actually having a video to upload this week. Yeah! So given that I already prepped the card by capturing some Mario is missing, I can now exit to DOS and capture something else. This is a game I played when I was a teen and it's called The Legend of Kyrandia. It's an adventure game from the golden era of point and click 2D adventure games, and it was released in 1992 by Westwood. This game is very simple. You can click on everything and everyone to explore the scenes. You can also carry a few objects in the inventory and eventually might have to drop some. This is where I recommend you make your save points. In this game, the king and queen are murdered by the evil jester and Brandon, the only son, is hidden and taken care of by the chief. The jester stays in magic captivity for 18 years until he finally managed to escape, and he kills the chief and, well, Somehow, you, Brendan, are the only one that can save the kingdom from the jester Malcolm. The Legend of Kyrandia has beautiful animation and music, and although it's not one of the most known games like the ones from LucasArts, it's still well worth the time. Admittedly, I made some mistakes in this capture. The game could have sounded and looked a lot better, but it's much better than having to line up the camera with the monitor and having the right brightness settings and everything else, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so if you have any experience in capturing VGA, go ahead and share it with us in the comment section. I love to hear your thoughts. This setup is not perfect, as you have to prep the card with something that it does read before starting to capture, but it's a great upgrade from what I had before, just the technique of filming the monitor, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So that's gonna be it for today. I hope you got some useful information out of this video, or at least have some fun. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.